Far from the influences of Earth, mythical creatures have been hidden away remotely for eons of time. These hybrid creatures flee here from humans, and while some are merely abominations, others are found to possess living souls. The throne wars wage on for the very souls of the creatures discovered here, the brood, intent on enslaving them, forcing them to strip mine this small planet of its rare elements. Supernovae that the brood feed on are set to consume the sky and this little planet. Yet an unforeseen threat lurks, and something here is not as it seems, and those who come soon lose themselves. Suiel has just arrived, and she has discovered that a virus is eating up their memories. She urgently wants to warn Zack about this while she can still remember what it is. Yet Zack isn't listening to the lying lips of a brood warrior. You must choose your path. Save the creatures, or enslave them to mine this planet raw.
Not fish. Who can argue with a monster?
Surprise! Magic!
I don't think that's magic.
Theater!
Easy now, big guy.
Fresh Prince of Domination. Zack, I'm warning you. You need to listen to me.
Suiel!
I can't imagine you remember much else.
Suiel
I need to
tries
tell
to
you something
explain,
very
but
important
Zack
about
won't
this place.
listen.
There's a virus.
Nothing could change his mind about the brood. And so, the battle begins.
Now that feels warm and inviting.
You're mine, Suiel.
I am yours, Zack, baby.
Oh, give me a break already.
Missed me. Well, I can tell your aim has improved. You really want me gone? Close, but you know. You may defeat me, but Balaam will find you, and when he does, he'll banish your miserable fate down to the pit. Balaam will expose you for the usurper you really are. Merely a grave. You got me.
Yondros Sayakonglin.
Oh, that's where you went when I shot you.
All right. So now we got that laugh in there. Still got all that animation to do. Still got the battle scene to do. Got to get those voices in the right place and all that kind of stuff. But that comes last. So that's where we are with that so far today. So that's for our Intrepid map. That's our little introduction. And I want to thank Amanda. That's amazing singing she's doing in the background. And this song that's in the background right now is what she's working on right now. And she's got some amazing lines happening. So showcase that next week or the week after when she's got that done. Anyways, everything seems quiet. There. Oh, okay. Just had to turn my headphones. There's just been a little bit of noise. I turned them down. I thought it would be better, but this is better loud. All right. So make sure to go to iPlayMore.com, sign up for a video game test of Thunder. That's our new logo there. And our game takes place right here in the Milky Way galaxy. And so you can see where the sun is. If you're one of the little Earthlings, you'd probably live somewhere around there. And if you've got amazing teleport powers, well, you can immediately go down the green arm to the Stellar Jewel Box Nebula NGC 3603. And NASA has given us this amazing satellite photo of that area. Isn't it just amazing? Every time I look at that, I'm just like, man, I would like to go there. And so this is what we've done. We put our little planet there, Planet Nebulous Prime. And as you zoom into the planet, you can see the map that we're working on. So let's just see. Let's do a little bit of head count. So we're working on Intrepid. We're working on Excalibur. We're working on Bane. We don't have the underground done, but we have the top done. Forever. I was actually looking at Forever today, or yesterday, I guess it was. We've got Eternal done. Just the ground, not anything underneath it, or no castles or anything yet. And we've got Sun done. Lager's going to be up next, and that's going to give us that whole landmass of Azure. Bear's got to be redone because it was just way too massive. It was as big as this whole place. I think that's how it turned out. So, anyways, and Mystery Island has been done. Isn't that cool? All right, so we have a metagame in our game, which means that winning and losing arenas matters. So when it's neutral, it looks like Bear here. And mystery is not going to be it's going to be a mystery. I'm not going to tell you it's not. Okay, so Bear is going to, so if you're winning and losing, or you're tied, it's going to look like Bear here. And then this is what the map's going to look like as you're winning and losing. So you can make a decision exactly where you want to play. If you're playing Kin and you're not feeling too hot, you can play one of these back levels here. Doesn't matter if you win or lose a couple times, but if you're feeling aggressive, you can start coming and taking this territory back. So that's kind of what it's about. This is our climate system. Oh yeah, I was wondering, I was sitting there thinking about this, going, did I do climate for mystery? I did not. Now I know. All right, so we've got two massive suns. There's a red giant, a blue giant in the sky, and some moons. And this is what the scoreboard's going to look like once we get somebody to do it. And what the market exchange is going to look like. Seems like the music's real quiet. There we go. All right. And this is our wealth storage system. So this is basically when you go up to the chest, it opens up. And as you level up your devices, you're going to get more spaces. And this is your loadout gear. You can see the crown here is locked, which means that you have to be a leader in territory to unlock the crown. Don't know exactly how that's going to work. Something like that. And you see got the lock on it. So our game's called Better. Well, the premise of it is better than free to play. Because the problem with free to play is it's pay to win. And we don't want to do anything like that. So we've got this much better idea called Better Than Free to Play. And this is basically what it's like. So, I mean, you can play the game completely free, but if you're a smart money guy and you buy all this gear, you can turn around and save it, make about $40 on selling this set. So that's kind of the plan. User stories, we're still working on some of this stuff, but it's kind of leading us towards where we need to go for a vertical slice. Global game market for 2018. Somebody said something about this, and I can't remember what they said. They said something about the market I was quoting. I'm saying 75% of the market we're targeting. I can't remember. Okay. And 2019, so just the market. And I think this was done a few months before the end, so I think they were guessing at the end of the year. But look at this. If China didn't have such a wall... It's funny to say China has a wall. China didn't have such a wall limiting the amount of games come in, they would be the biggest game market on Earth. And you can see how close they are to the US. So it's kind of amazing. And the growth of the market. So I actually put this into our pitch deck for investors because that's pretty exciting what's going to be happening here over the next couple years. And okay, so this came to me today. I've been thinking about this and thinking about this and thinking about this. So, how much are we going to ask Epic for out of their $100 million mega grant? I mean, we're kind of doing a mega game. So here's what I think. We ask them for 5. If they say no, we ask them for 4. If they say no, we ask them for 3. So that's the plan. All right. List of all the publishers we can go and get financing from once we're ready. And boy, I've been doing a lot of interviews this week. I think I've got a couple more writers coming in, very high-end, excited writers. And the highest end writer who's like, doing Hollywood movies, I thought he was going to join. And then he's like, oh, I finally read your email. I'm like, well, where were you in their meeting? It's funny how people don't understand. I guess that's why I have a meeting and an email and a contract to make it very clear. But anyways, we're going to be taking Thunder Rocks, which is going to be the TV show made inside the game using our exact same characters, using real-time ray tracing and outputting a very high-quality product. We have to create a TV pitch Bible, first 5 seasons of the show planned, and so we are working on that now. And I interviewed a writer who's actually done a TV pitch Bible, but for network. So, and I've interviewed another writer. He's trying to get us a TV pitch Bible for streaming television. That's where we're going. So these things are in the midst. Oh, okay. So this is really interesting because Amazon, I did 2 reviews. And the first one was for Stealing Fire from the Gods, and it was very positive. And I bought a whole bunch of copies for the... Oh, no, sorry. It wasn't Stealing Fire from the Gods. It was Pitch Anything. Sorry, I'm mixed up. For Pitch Anything, I bought a whole bunch of copies for the team and sent them around. And so they put that up right away. At the same time, actually, I did this interview first, and I thought they weren't going to put it up. And it's me complaining about... because I got the low blue light monitor, still hurts my eyes. So I'm like, be warned. Well, better. This isn't a solution for blue light. So I thought they weren't going to put it up. It must have went to some high. So I am very happy because basically in my mind I thought, okay, I'm gonna, because I have 2 Asus monitors right now, and do I pursue this as a legal matter? I mean, these people, I was told this is a low blue light monitor, supposed to be the solution, and it's not. So anyways, I put my review up, and they actually approved it. So I couldn't believe that, because that's going to affect their sales. But people have to know the truth, and this is just the truth. So I'm impressed. Talking about building up our mailing list. I was also talking to Gabriel about, what people want to sign up for. And he said, this is going to be a bit of a slog getting this thing going. Once we build up the list, we can do crowdfunding. So, and Brushify. Thank you, Brushify, for all your wonderful products. And that's why our maps look so good. Now, the thing is when I load all the new maps, I got to build shaders, but I just did that in the background. So that's all been done. So, and one of these days I'll go and show you some of the new maps. I can't wait to have it all in the same open world, but yeah, at least this is working. And I think eventually, and I know Miller probably doesn't want to hear this, but eventually we'll probably buy a different version of Brushify for each map, which means they'll have to be redone a little bit, not completely, but anyways, we want the locations. You can see how all these different locations look different. Oh, well, these are the guys that are making all this stuff. Now, the thing is, there is quite a hit on performance with this stuff, so I'm not exactly sure. But I think the solution comes down to what Zoran said, taking each of our areas, breaking it into 9 chunks and only loading, because we're loading everything, full resolution everywhere for the whole map, which is fine for the vertical slice in the video, but probably not for gameplay. So absolutely not for gameplay. I know it's not, so Thorn would know. But anyways, look at all these different territories and things that they can create. So that's great. There's the man. All right. And Quixel, acquired by Unreal. Amazing textures. Now, this is the other reason we need to update to the engine version again, so that we can access this stuff. Now, you can still access it, but what I'm saying is then using the next engine version, you can actually pick the resolution you want, because we can't use ultra high resolution. Computers are just not powerful enough. So, man, give our game 3 or 4 or 5 more years, and holy smokes, it's going to be just amazing. But I mean, it still looks good. All right, so here's the screenshots for Intrepid. Oh, I didn't even notice that. That's interesting. I got to fix that. All right. It's because I was trying to do 2 things at once, and I moved Photoshop over, and it put all the pictures off center, which is really strange. I don't know why it did that. Anyways, but these textures look fantastic. If you see some of my much older streams, you can see this without textures. It's so funny because when I first started bringing in the environmental artists, Chandler was the first guy in. He's like, man, what's wrong with the textures? I'm like, there are no textures. He's like, I knew there was something not right. But now it looks great. And the nice thing about this Brushify is that as you zoom in, the textures change and all kinds of stuff. And we've now got trees up here. So we've got a whole bunch of new, and welcome to all the new people on the team. We've got people doing voices and stuff, and I had a request to go through and do all. We got he's running, so that's why his foot is blurry. That I would go through, well, me, but anyways, I did it, go through and announce all the characters' names so that we could all pronounce their names properly, or consistently, I guess is the way to put it. Anyways, and love this tree, and Maggie did this tree, and Maggie, every time I talk to some people about joining, I talk about you leaving and going to BioWare, and possibly coming back in 12 months. Just because that's a pretty cool story. All right. So there is the fountain building. Looks fantastic. Boyan did a fantastic job on that, man. It just really makes this level. And what's interesting is I would have just put a little fountain here again. I never would have thought about a fountain building. Now what's interesting is that when I come flying in here, I hit this bar. So I guess you can't have everything perfect. But maybe that's a good thing. And this path goes underneath the waterfalls. That was somebody's idea. Very good. Now it's a reality. Water flowing down the mountain. We got to guess all the mist and everything in here still, but it's coming. Yep. And so I just went around, took a whole bunch of different kind of screenshots, different areas. We still got lots of work to do, but it's coming along. There's the Komodo. Oh, you can see. I can make him run by flipping back and forth. So anyways, he's animated in the game. Need to get some programming on that. That's not a high priority at the moment. That's our original Brood Bridge. Kind of looks out of place, though, with the Brushify textures, which is very interesting. And Brushify puts all these little flowers and stuff in. We've turned a lot of that stuff off, but I'm keeping this old screenshot just to remind myself about the grass and the flowers. And then moving towards the Brood Fortress. This, again, is just a block out, so it's not the complete Brood Fortress. And we got to dig this lava pit. It's going to be much bigger and deeper. And so that's all coming along great. And that dragon head is from, this dragon head is from the Bear Isle fountain. And it's nice that you can reuse assets like that. It's great. And this will actually be lava pouring out of here once we're done. I just used some red sand. And you can see the little puddles here. Brushify is amazing. And this guy's running too. That's just the same one. So we've got a fellow joining us. And actually his name's Ryan as well, which is interesting. And he's actually made a complete game himself. Now I don't have his agreement yet at this time. I was hoping to have it yesterday and have him at the meeting, the art meeting, but he must be a busy boy. But he's going to come in, and I said the very first thing he's going to do is make us another marmoset, because we need to make another model, or so says the animator. And I don't have, oh, sorry, Sorab, I don't have screenshots of your new pit. I've been busy. So Sorab has been totally redoing this pit like so many times. I mean, I've lost count. I'm sure he has too. And then he had some issues with the models, and I just said, make some new models. Now he's so happy that he actually did that. So, you know, that's the thing about the game. We're making a lot of freedom. And Mike was at work on Friday, so didn't make the meeting. But last week, this is what I had. And I was thinking this is going to be the thing that Zach gives in the video to the marmosets as food, and you as a gamer are going to go and pick these as the quest, give it to the marmoset. And what's really cool about that is they're going to be distracted by that croc, and you're going to have to do that quest a few times. We don't want to make it easy for you to get a pet. Like a lot of games, you just pay $5 and you get a pet. Nah, not in our game. And if you do a quest, that first quest, we still got to get that going. You get to obtain a pit quest book, and when you open it up, it's going to show you all the different pits. So this one is going to be in development by a new underground level developer, if we can get it to run on his computer. And then Forever will be the next one. And Intrepid is the one that Sorab's working on now. And Derek has one or two more in the works, I think two. And for some reason he said he was saving, and when he shut down he lost all the work. So that'll come next week. All right, so teespring.com/store/iPlayMore. We've got the poster, we've got the t-shirt, and if you enter the code iPlayMore, you can save $3. And if you go to, oh, I got an email today, or not today, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, saying that this doesn't work anymore. So ignore that. I've got to redo that. So a little note to myself. All right, but you can earn mana by being active in our Discord. Okay, so it says wave hello, which means I got to turn my camera on. Hello, and you can see I'm wearing these. Let's just take it off. It's so funny because I do all my interviews, and I'm like, wow, I look like an old guy. You know, with the rim on the bottom, because this is supposed to be for sunglasses, so you would never notice that it's got a rim all the way around because it would be black. And so these are UV 400 lenses in here just to protect me from these awful blue screens. And I've got them tilted back and tilted sideways and trying to do everything I possibly can. But there we go. So anyways, oh yeah, so it's wave hello. And there we go. So let's jump into the game. All right. And we had some technical issues this morning, but Kang got it all working for me. Thank you, Kang. All right. We'll just move this one up. I hope they fix this in the next engine issue. But I'm going to try clicking this. What happens if I click that? I can't move nothing. So I got to just do that. Move it up. I think I can move it way up and then drag it down. No. Okay. Anyways. So we got our incredible spectator system in, and then we've got our replay system so that when you make demos, when you push O, it records on, and P for pause. I'm trying to figure out how to use all the keys on the keyboard, but it's kind of interesting that those buttons actually mean something. And so when you come in, and well, I'll just show you real quick here. Okay, so I've got my character here. I can push O, and we're recording. And then when I push P, it stops recording. And we're just working to get that working on spectator. I don't know, maybe that's working on Spectator. I hope so. Just going to jump over to the other side here. We still got to get a kin character in here. We are Suiel on both sides still.
Princess of Thunder.
All right, so there's Suiel on the kin side.
The kin.
Oh, listen.
Princess of Thunder.
That's my new tally. That's Amanda too. She's the one that did the singing in the first song. She's going to be working on that Astral song. Hit the trees. It's going this way. And this is how you make a stronghold. Oh, this guy's running. Hey, buddy. So we just need to get a programmer in to actually have him traverse up here. Now, for the cinematic, he'll be there. I'm not sure if where he's going to be in the game. He's actually from Bear Isle. He wasn't supposed to be here, but you know what? We got him done, and we're working over here now, so away we go. All right, running the paths. So the technical issue we had was everything was in slow motion. So we changed the way the framework works, and it fixed it. So, okay, so she's on the throne. Let's do the stingray. So, that's not supposed to happen. So we got that. Okay. We keep fixing that, and it keeps coming back. I must drive the programmer nuts. Okay, so I'm going to just use the claw. Stingers are crashing. Okay, so we are going to select all of this. Copy, send and restart. We're going to go talk to the programmer real quick here. Okay, Jeff's talking to me. We're going to find out what Jeff said later. Okay, so we're going to just say create new code snippet. So this is how we do it, guys. We paste in our crash. Now the thing is, you might need to... Intrepid crash. I even have that. Stingers on throne stuck to throne. I gotta think about what this is called. Throne collision. Crash. Oh, it helps if I can spell. Okay, so we send that to the programmer, and then he's horrified because we crashed. And we just come back into the game here again. So that's good. I've been avoiding them because I knew there was a crash with them. And, yeah. Oh, see, when I crash, everything goes back to normal. Okay. That's fine. Okay, so now we'll show some pitting. Putting people into the pit. So in our game, there is no death, because death makes no sense. You blow somebody into 100 pieces, and 20 seconds later they come back. And that 20 seconds is the biggest mistake that game designers, developers are making. They count you out. They break the immersion. And we don't do that. Oops, I clicked the wrong thing. We banish you. I say it's a fate worse than death. We banish you to a lower realm. So normally I would be placing thrones and making empires and all that kind of stuff. But I think... So we got recoil in our game, which means when I fire this... Oh, let's just stop and look at the marmoset. So I've got a left click and a right click, which means I can slow myself down. And there's the little marmoset. He's not going anywhere, but he's running. You don't know how amazing that is. I mean, we've got a lot of work to do, but it's just nice to have things working. Okay. So just kind of come up here. So everything looks normal. All right. So I wanna make sure I'm banishing Brood, just because there was an issue with Kin. I think we got it fixed, but one crash is enough. One crash is enough per stream. All right. So I just came and got a different device. Okay. So now we got a splash damage. So you can, what's cool about this is you can actually not even hit the person and still do damage if you hit them straight on. And of course you got the right click. And so you can use either blue device. So I'm attacking her blue shield. Let's go have a look. She has no rare shield. So I'm just going to push H to look at the shield. So you see she's got 18% blue shield still. I'm not touching the red or the black and white. She has no rare. So that's a left click. No, this is a right click. And I have banished her. So you can see there's red. There should be black and white shield. Where'd it go? Okay. And so that's Booty. If you have a marmoset, well, he can pick that up for you. Or she, if it's a she. Okay, so what happens to the other player? Let's go have a look. Other player's been banished. And they cannot move. All they can do is look around. And left mouse click. Banishes them to the pit. All right. Let's see if Sorab's got this fixed. Okay, this... Forgive me, this is going to be what it's like when you're in the pit the first time. You can see the floor is leaning now. That's because the Kin side is higher than the Brood side. And so I talked to the designer, said, hey, we can't have these guys building flat pits. So I didn't expect it to lean like this, but it is. So you're going to be able to come to the chest, get your equipment back. Oh, Sorab, you put that too low. So I'm getting thrown strikes, or thrown energy. I can only fill up to 44%. There's return, that'll take me back home. Picking that up did nothing. And now I've got a device. So that shrine won't be there. There's actually a location for it. Okay, let's just test the jump. So the jump when you're banished is very minimal because you lose your wings. So yeah, Sorab, so when you put these in, the very bottom, I didn't have a chance to test this stuff. You may believe that I'm actually running this without testing it. Yeah, the bottom, the XYZ needs to touch the floor, and then these bounce up and down, and not going around. Now I've picked up freedom. I've got my super jump back. Yay! And that freedom won't be there easily. That's just for demonstration purposes. Hey, Sorab, your mushroom is still floating. That was in that screenshot I sent you. Okay. I'm just picking on him. He's doing a wonderful job. Okay. Now I got to figure out where to go. Oh, there's a rare device. Floating up in the air. All right. Let's switch to that because it's kind of got some cool recoil. So I'm going to try to figure out where to go. That's still floating in the air. Sorab. He's going to say that he's trying to get the whole thing done and he'll fix everything later. I know that's what he's going to say. But it still doesn't mean I can't pick on him. Okay. So I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, this is the second room. This is what we figured out. Oh, see, and I'm underneath the floor now. That's where I'm getting at. I knew I was getting underneath the floor somewhere. He's like, oh, I'll have all that fixed. Sure you will. Okay, let's just see if I can do this. Let's go up. File my device. There's the floor. All right. So now I'm on the floor. So this is really rough. You got to understand, this is just like the first draft. And he has built this like 10 times. And every time I'm like, oh, you're not doing it right. Because we have to go up and up and up and up and up, which is happening right now. All right. Now, I shouldn't have got freedom because I want to know if I can jump on that rock without freedom. See, we don't have a roof on here. If there was a roof, you wouldn't be able to see up above. And all that stuff shouldn't be drawing. Oh. Oh, okay. And this is the maze. I'm such a noob here because this is my first time. I was actually here earlier today, but I can't remember exactly. I think I'm going the right way now. Hey, I can go underneath there. Cool. Every time he watches my video, he's like, yeah, I saw that mistake and I've got it fixed now. All right. So let's hold shift down, run a little faster. I haven't been here. Anyways, this is coming along. And I am totally lost. That's a big wall. So I know I'm going towards the brood. Okay, we don't have the exits, the holes cut yet for the exits. I have no idea where I am or what's going on here. So the whole idea of the pit, you can see, this is a lot longer than 20 seconds that I'm in here. Oh, I went all the way around. Okay. So, but what I can do is push my over button, and I can select return, and I hit enter. And that's really the only way out of the pit right at the moment. And I am back here. Now, that's going to take you back to your own castle. Now, let's just push H again. You can see that my shields are maxed at 44%. It's going to use some recoil to get over here a little faster. Oh! Doesn't help when you hit the mountain. And that device actually doesn't work like that. This is supposed to be a jet matrix device, which means that you can fly around with it, which is kind of cool. Actually, Sorb, you need to think about that. Because if somebody finds this device in the pit, they're going to have a lot easier time getting out. Okay, so my shields are 44. And now they've been unlocked. All right. Come up into the treehouse. How did I pick up a hog? I must have picked it up through the floor. That is very interesting. Never, ever have I done that before. It's a cool thing about my kind of game. Okay, so I got to find the doorway here. And then up inside, it's very dark here. We should get some lights in here. So now this is a supply room. Now the future plans for that aren't just to go in there and pick this stuff up. The future plans for that is actually that's going to be a user hub where, like, if I wanted to go get user freedom, it would be a little better. I would have to buy it though, just with game salary that I make in the game for playing the game. But I could get better freedom, so it lasts longer. Maybe fly a little faster. It'll just be a little better. User stuff's going to be a little better than the stuff you pick up. So that's all just design ideas. It's not functioning quite that way yet. All right. So I'm just using the recoil device. I'm holding down, if you hold down space bar, that was a delayed, what the heck? What the heck's going on there? That's very interesting. On the path, pick some things up. Just gonna hit H again. We don't have a, oh yeah, because we just started, yeah, okay. Duh. I think I'd know my own game, but I wasn't thinking about the crash. All right, let's capture a throne. Let's go back over the other side. Instead of sitting there waiting for the throne. She can come capture the throne. If you get on the middle, it captures faster. I'm just going to go backwards.
Princess of Thunder. The Kim.
Princess of Thunder.
Man, I like her voice. The more I hear it, the more I like it. Oh, So I picked up the black and white shield. You see, my black and white shield's 100. That's because when I banished the other player. Okay, so let's go make a kin stronghold this time. I have to pick things up. I'm sorry. It's just my thing. So you hold shift and you can run fast. Let's just see what happens. Yeah, you see? Oh, don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. Okay, so I'm going to refrain from using... We've had this crash before. There's something about the stingers. I don't know why it makes us crash. So I'm going to push one, take out my claw, and I'm just going to right click on her. I'm going to flip back to her. She didn't go very far because I didn't get underneath her. She was on the ground. If she's on the throne, boy, you go flying. And you see the rare device here I have? It attacks the enemy's core shield.
The Kim.
Queen of Dominations.
So that's the old telly. So I haven't changed those yet. All that audio was done on my old computer. And I tried like heck to find it. So I'm just using a recoil device. Just want to show the locks. You can see the find there on my screen. It remains, everything else fades. And there's nothing here. Okay, so we're gonna go to the next shrine. We'll show some of the shrine stuff today. Okay, wrong symbol, so I can't unlock that. But this is how you would unlock. And of course you have a whole team doing this. Not just one guy playing two characters on one computer. This is wrong. But of course if your whole team is organized, they can go and unlock the kingdoms, the strongholds, the empires. Nothing there. So I'm just going to pump around. It could be in the pit as well. And of course we don't have access to that unless you're banished. That's coming. But not in this map yet. So we got that working on our prototype map, but not our vertical slice yet. And nothing here. It's because, and the thing is once she creates another level, it'll relock everything. So you got to kind of do this fast. Of course, if it's just one-on-one, I guess it would be hard. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, that would be difficult. Because all she has to do is run across the level. Nothing there. So I'm thinking that this first lock is in the pit. There's another Marmoset Island over there. It's a little easier place to go do your Marmoset quest. Oh, it's not the right one. I want to show unlocking. All right. Well. And all the music you're hearing is all music that I've composed in my recording studio here for the game. Please be here. It's here. All right. And that's how you unlock strongholds, kingdoms, empires, dynasties. And they get harder. You have to do more. Let's see how good my memory is. I'm pretty sure that was right. I'm using a reverse. Okay, and we didn't see that symbol, I don't think. So I'm going to assume that's in the pit. All right. So this music will come with the game. It's probably going to be streamed into the game. I think that's how we're going to do it. That way I've got control. We can add new songs. And of course the singers are starting to add vocal, not words, but just, you know, what they do. Okay, so I'm going to co-stand here. I didn't get everything unlocked, but at least I showed a little bit of unlocking. I'm going to switch characters. Now I would usually have to go all the way up to the castle there, But just for a vertical slice, we've been advised just to make one area. So here's what I can do. I can push T. I'm close enough now. I can place a throne, so I'm going to push D.
Empress.
So that's the old Telly again. Hopefully she doesn't watch this. She might get mad at me. She's doing Suyal. She's so good at it. So it just that when she did Telly, she sounded too much like Suyal. Okay, so I'm just pushing T, and I'm placing thrones, getting 10 points for every throne I place. And now the brood throne is out because once you have an empire, puts the enemy throne out. But you can still place thrones. See, my scepter just came online. It's burning now. There's the enemy throne. Heading towards it. Ultimate Throne Wars. Actually, I'm going to do this the other way. So I'm just going to switch back over to Kin. Because I'm doing this. So whoever does the most damage usurps the other's line. There we go. So I've taken over this whole line now. You can see it's all blue now. These were just ideas. You know, it's just amazing that this actually worked the way that I had in my head. So there was a bit of a lag there. I think it's because I placed a throne. I touched this throne, move my crown here. At the same time, a dynasty was formed. You see the icon's vulnerable now? I can damage it. I'm just using F to use the scepter. You see the scepter comes online? Automatically switches to whatever scepter's available. Okay, but let's just switch sides because I wanna look at this here. So the weakness is that this throne is still open. So she's gonna come take this throne. It's gonna break the line. Okay, dominations is broken. And that throne is all by itself. I'm just using spacebar to go up in the air. T, so I can't place anything. This is just a lone throne now, all by itself. Okay, let's just see what's happening here. So I still have a crown throne here. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is dead now. I cannot no longer place. I still have my lightning though, because these thrones are still online. You see these thrones are going out after 2 minutes. So you're going to lose your ability to have those throne powers after 2 minutes. There's the throne she took. So this is the last throne that I had in the line. I should be able to place from here. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
Ultimate Throne.
I've never had a throne word like this before. Let's just see what happens. Oh. Yeah, I got her. That's a big chunk of ice. You don't realize it until it's close to you like that. I should usurp her. Okay, so now what happened? Did I take everything again? Yeah. I did. Out of all the testing I've done, this has never happened. So we're coming all the way to here, and it's not vulnerable, and that throne is out. So I should just have to place one more throne here. So I move my crown instantly. That's right. Push T. I can't place. Oh. All right. Let's finish this off. Using left and right click. And that's a victory condition. Oh yeah, gotta get our crowns in there. There we go. So 2 victory conditions. One is to eliminate, to destroy the energy icon. And the other one is to banish all the enemy players. And you can see, now we come back to this screen again. No load. That's what's revolutionary here. You don't have to wait for the game to load. I'm just going to show the spectator system here, because I haven't had a chance to. So I'm just going to push forward, and then it's nice and slow and smooth, just like a floating camera. If I hold shift, it goes twice as fast. Now if I roll the mouse wheel, watch this. So if there's some action way up here and I want to go up here really fast, I just roll the mouse wheel and it goes faster and faster. And then I roll the mouse wheel out and I just slow right down. Gives us this incredibly smooth camera movement. There's birds in there from the water sounds. Okay. And yeah, so we don't have O and P working yet. But that's next. And then we'll be able to do those incredibly... Let's just look at the marmoset here. So I can go slower. Kind of zoom in, go slower. Slower, 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 slower. You know what? It needs to go even slower than that, I guess. Actually, that's not bad. And so what we're going to do for our cinematic is mix the first person with this camera movement. What is that? Oh. I thought that was something else. There we go. And do this kind of camera movement on the game. So we still got bushes to get textures on. But yeah, things are coming along. We got the bat trees in now. Maggie would be proud. I think she did those. So we'll be doing that. I haven't done any of this in the stream yet. And it's funny because he put the branch over here. So there's the branch. You'll step on that. And the bats will go flying. So I got to put the bats over here. Now I know. All right. And then the lagger prince. He's going to be here. Chandler had trees in here. I'm like, no, the lagger prince goes right here. That's a nice little place for him to be. So you'll go running by, you won't notice him, and then you'll say, hey, there's a quest in there. So anyways, there we go. That's enough secrets for today. I love this camera. So it's great because, you can just, if there's some action happening up here, you can just come up here real quick and then just roll your mouse wheel slow right down. See, it looks really slow. Except on the marmoset, it looks real... Oh, because he's so small, that's why. Yeah, see, that's the interesting thing about game engines is it's very misleading, this size. Like, this is a very big place. This mountain is massive. All right. Very cool. Anyways, coming along. So we're about halfway down our vertical slice. And then we'll be doing our pitching. So let's go back. Let's push escape. That'll give me my mouse back. And I should be able to click on that. And make sure you go to iPlayMore.com. Sign up for a video game test of Thunder. And I will be here next week, next Saturday. We'll see you then. It's VindaCator. And I am...